Hey guys, so I felt like it would probably be a good idea to make a video talking about what I think could possibly be coming in the second part of the $300 million celebration. And just to start off with things that we already know are definitely coming for sure. We have this Easy A for the Strength Super Saiyan 2 Gohan that was announced on the live stream. That's 100% confirmed. And we also know that the Cell Games story event is going to have new stages added to it. I think it's on the 13th. And I believe the 13th is when the second part of the celebration is officially going to start. So that's when we'll get all the news for everything that's coming. And we can confirm with 100% certainty what is actually going to be coming. And then in addition to just this Easy A as well, we also have sort of like the raid battle event. If you guys remember back during the $250 million celebration, we had a similar thing with Jiren. And I believe that was when we got all those orbs and stuff, and it was like a combined effort with both the global and JP version of the game to like clear certain checkpoints, and then we get rewards. It was pretty cool, I like that. And that's going to happen again, this time with Cell. So we need to defeat Cell, and we'll be getting rewards and stuff, and I assume that is where this Gohan is going to be actually receiving the Awakening medals to Extreme Z Awaken. Same thing happened during the 4th year anniversary with Omega Shenron, so it's the same sort of deal as that. And then something else to mention too is that I believe there were leaks of the free-to-play Gohan and Goku card, as well as the Vegeta and Trunks cards with the exchange mechanic. That will be getting an Easy A, and that was sort of leaked, but not 100% confirmed technically. But I think it's pretty safe to say that it's like pseudo confirmed that they will get an Easy A. Probably, I don't know how they would. I assume it would also be through this Cell raid battle slash Easy A event. Maybe they'll all use the same medals, those 2 units plus this Strength Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. But that is basically all we know that is confirmed. But besides that, there have been a lot of talks about a potential LR banner coming, and I definitely think there is going to be a banner coming in the second half. And I do think that an LR Super Saiyan Goku is incredibly likely, because there actually is art that is used in the story events that are indicative of a Super Saiyan Goku that we have never seen before. And then also, given the fact that the AGL LR Gohan requires a Super Saiyan Goku card on the same rotation in order to deal like a ton more damage, it just seems extremely likely that a new Super Saiyan Goku card will drop at some point here. So what I did was I went ahead and fleshed out what I thought could be a solid prediction for what the card could look like. Obviously, it's probably not going to be even close to what is going to be happening, but did do a prediction, and let's go ahead and take a look at that. So we have LR Super Saiyan Goku, have him as super physical type, and this would be his art. So it's like this, the Bye Guys sort of scene. So that's what we start out with, and then let's go take a look at his leader skill. I do think he'll be a Super Saiyan leader. I know that Global does not have the Super Saiyan category yet, but I do think this is a decent time to introduce the category, because I think the next Dokkan Fest exclusive coming to Global after the celebration is over will be the Namek Goku, who is the actual Super Saiyan category leader. But I mean, having this just to predate that is not a bad idea, and it's not like you would run this guy over the Namek Goku leader just in terms of the leader skill. So yeah, Keepo's 4 HP technical was 130%. Typical LR leader skill with super physical is the secondary part of that. Last year we did have the LR Goku and Frieza as the part 2 LR, who actually does, he leads a category, the Representatives Universe 7, with 177% to all stats, and then I think it's Keepo's 3. I can't remember if it's 4 or 3, but I think it's 3. Which is an insanely good leader skill. It's probably still to this day, I think it is to this day, the best leader skill in the game, like in terms of just raw values of numbers. But that was sort of a unique situation. We also did have, what else? Every LR since that has pretty much just been like generic, like one category leader that was 130%, except for obviously the LR Goku and Frieza, and then also the LR Goku, Trunks, and Pan unit were like 170, I believe, across the board for Dragon Ball Seekers category. But I don't think this Goku is going to introduce a new category to the game, so I think Super Saiyan is the most likely. He could also technically be Android/Cell Saga 130. He could also be Sun Family, but I mean, we already have so many Sun Family leaders, so I don't think he'll be that. Could do Kamehameha, but we literally just got the Gohan. That's why I don't think he'll be that. And that's why I also don't think he'll be the Cell Saga androids, because we just got the Cell, and Android 16, who's summonable on Gohan's banner, also is the leader for that category. So I don't think we'll get a third leader for that category so fast. So that's what I think his leader skill is going to be. So let's scroll down here. This is what his super attacks I think will be. So we have 12 Ki Blast Barrage. It causes colossal damage to the enemy and raises defense. That's a stack. That's the attack that he used against Cell, like right before he gave up, where he was just spamming it with Ki Blasts, and then Cell used the barrier. So that's what that attack is. Sort of like a mirror of Cell's, I think it's, Cell's 18 Ki super attack in his transformed state, when he does like all those barrages. That's actually, it's weird because that super attack, that's actual scene in the show, was taken from Cell's perfect form state, not super perfect form. So it's a little bit weird how they have that as his perfect Cell super attack. So anyway, the 18 Ki is his instant transmission Kamehameha, which is the iconic scene where he blasts Cell into like half with that Kamehameha. So it massively raises attack for one turn, and then causes mega colossal damage to the enemy with a rare chance to stun. So extremely powerful. Massively raising attack is something that only 2 other LRs in the game currently do on super attack, which are LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. But I feel like it could be utilized on this unit, as you guys will see with the passive ability. Rare chance to stun, I mean, that's just simply because instant transmission Kamehameha units in Dokkan have historically had a rare chance to stun, so I don't know. It's not too powerful because it doesn't proc that often, but I feel like it could be useful in a lot of situations, so that's that. We also sort of had the introduction of these sort of dual effects on super attacks with, I think, Dokkan Fest Piccolo was the first one to introduce that. And then now we also have units like I believe the free-to-play Krillin that you obtain from Battlefield can also has 2 different effects in a super attack. So I feel like they can continue using that in a way similar to like how they do it here. So let's go down, and his passive skill, I Give Up. Attack and defense plus 50% at the start of the turn. So not too much, but I mean he's still an LR. He'll have LR stats. He's a summonable LR too, so he'll have high stats. Defense plus 10% with each attack received, up to 60%, and then changes Tech Key Spheres to Rainbow Key Spheres when facing only one enemy. So this portion of the passive is more than it seems, because he starts out with 50% defense, and then he gains 60% on top of that, so it multiplicative with this 50, so it'll be more than 110 once you are able to get this full passive activated. And then also on top of that, given the fact that he does stack defense with his 12 Ki super attack, I feel like he could be an extremely powerful defensive unit. And just, after a while, if you're using this guy in like the Legendary Goku event, he would be able to eventually accumulate enough defense to where he wouldn't take any damage from any attacks. So really, really good in long events. And then even in shorter events like Super Battle Road, he'd still be able to be a good defensive unit because of this. And then, obviously again, this. And then changing Tech Key Spheres to Rainbow Key Spheres when facing only one enemy. This is sort of something I took inspiration from the Physical Goku Black, except obviously it's only one enemy, and that's a little bit of a different condition than Goku Black has. But this is sort of to go. I sort of made this guy with the LR AGL Gohan in my mind, sort of just to pair up with him well. Because that Gohan changes a random Key Sphere to Rainbow, and then this guy would also then be changing a Key Sphere to Rainbow as well, so Tech Key Spheres to Rainbow. So I feel like that could be a really good combination, just, basically creating a ton of Rainbow Key Spheres to make that Gohan be able to achieve his 24 Ki easily. More Key Spheres usually do more attack, so felt like that was pretty good. And also, he's not going to be a slouch when it comes to attack, because he also does massively raise his attack for one turn on Ultra Super Attack. And then 50% attack seems a little bit low, but just remember that LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta starts off with 20% attack his first turn on rotation. So he still is able to do decent damage his first turn. He has like over 2 million attack stat because of this, massively raising attack for one turn. Right here on Ultra Super Attack. So he can still do decent damage. And then we go down here, his active skill. Goodbye, my son. Its conditions are able to be used starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle, and there is a character whose name contains Gohan attacking in the same turn. So we sort of had this introduction of the, I don't know if it's like a new mechanic or whatever you want to call it, where cards are requiring that other specific cards are attacking in the same turn as them to activate portions of their abilities. So in this case, I sort of didn't want it to be harsh enough to, force it to be, oh, it has to be Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, or it has to be Super Saiyan Gohan, or anything like that. As long as they have Gohan in their name, so similar to how the Kid Chi-Chi works, where she could have any Goku youth in the game on her team, she'll activate her passive. Well, this is similar to that, but they have to be on rotation with this Goku. So if there's a Gohan, any Gohan in the game, could be Gohan Youth, could be Gohan, just base Gohan, could be Gohan Teen, could be Super Saiyan Gohan, could be Ultimate Gohan, could be whatever. Any Gohan in the game. This will activate starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. The effect. So this is going to be sort of the scene where he grabs Cell and does the instant transmission with this going on. So teleports away. I don't know how exactly they would work in this game, because I don't know if they would be able to animate that scene with every single enemy or whatever they would do, but it would basically just be him putting his hand on the enemy, teleporting away, I guess. And the effect is he's stunned for 1 turn. So this Goku is stunned for 1 turn, so he would not be able to attack. But he acts sort of like B-Pan, except he's a lot more powerful than B-Pan. All allies keep +5, and attack +40% for 1 turn once only. So B-Pan raises attack by 33% for 1 turn. And that's it. But she's not stunning herself. But this Goku, I mean, you're giving up a decent chunk of damage by doing this, with Goku himself being stunned. But I feel like this 40% attack and 5 ki is like an insane amount of damage, because this is 7% more than B-Pan. B-Pan only gives 33% attack. So I feel like even though you're giving up the chance to attack with this Goku for 1 turn, this more than makes up for it. Just that, the 40% attack and ki +5 basically guarantees that any other unit on your team is going to get their max ki super attack, and then have it boosted by an insane amount, 40%. So that's how I think that is going to work. And then just quickly we can go over his links. His links are Golden Warrior, Saiyan Warrior, Ray, Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. I assume he would awaken with medals from the new Gohan Fierce Battle event. And if you guys notice, these are the exact same links as the LR Super Saiyan Gohan. So he would be perfect to link up with him. And then obviously categories are Pure Saiyans, Goku's Family, Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, and Android Cell Saga. So this guy is pretty much designed to work perfectly alongside the LR Gohan that just released. Obviously on Pure Saiyans it would not work out, so I don't think you would ever use this guy in Pure Saiyans. I mean, you could, because technically he is still pretty decent even without being with a Gohan, but you just wouldn't be able to activate this active skill. So you just get the defensive portion of his passive. You'd be able to change Tech Keys to Rainbow. It gets decent attack and defense. He can infinitely raise defense. And then, let's see, Goku's Family, obviously he would work insanely well in Goku's Family because there's so many Gohan units you could use there. Super Saiyan, he could work on Super Saiyan even without, so if let's say you didn't pull the new LR Gohan, you would still be able to use him on Goku's Family because of all the Gohans that exist. You could be able to use him on Super Saiyan because you could use him alongside the free-to-play Goku and Gohan card. That technically counts as Super Saiyan Gohan, and just Gohan in general. You could exchange and that starts to count as Gohan. Kamehameha, obviously, you could use him alongside the new Gohan, or, again, any other Gohan that exists on Kamehameha. There's a bunch. And then Android Cell Saga, again, you could use him alongside the free-to-play Goku and Gohan card. So, even if you didn't pull the LR AGL Gohan, you could still find other Gohans to use alongside him that would be able to activate this active skill and just make him an absolute insane LR. But I feel there literally is there any single summonable LR that is not a damage/tank, damage dealer/tank? I don't think there's any support-based LRs, summonable LRs in the game. I think they're all free to play, and that's something that I wanted to focus on with this guy, because I feel like this scene, I feel like this would definitely be his active skill, and I feel like the only thing that this could do is be a supporting ability, because it wouldn't do damage. And I feel like this would be a good opportunity to introduce sort of the first summonable LR that is pretty much primarily a supporting unit. But then I also took a look at the EZA Tech Blue Vegeta and the EZA Physical Super Saiyan Rage Trunks, because they were sort of, you know, attackers but also had supporting capabilities. So I sort of wanted to make this Goku like that, which I think could work out really well. I mean, again, I'm not sure how OP this guy would be without testing him out, but I think just based on the fact that this, you know, is going to be an insane buff. But again, I definitely wanted to put something in there that would sort of limit you not being able to just, you know, do this every single time it became available. I originally had this doing 40% damage to your team to make it easier for you to transform with Gohan, because I believe that if you would use this ability, you would have taken 40% damage, and then after that you would be able to transform with Gohan. But I scrapped that idea. I think just being stunned is a better idea, because that's 40% damage is a lot, and if you were at all below 40% health when you would want to use this, you wouldn't be able to. So I feel like this is just a better condition for that. So that is my idea for what we could possibly be getting in the second half of the $300 million celebration. Let me know what you guys think about this idea. I didn't really spend like a super long amount of time thinking about this, but I did give it a decent amount of thought. Let me know if you guys like this idea or what you guys are thinking, so we could have some decent discussion down below in the comment section. But that's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one. I have a bunch of videos planned, and I'm looking forward to what's coming in part 2, so catch you all later.